This is another thing that I was thinking about because all over this story's comment sections, it doesn't matter where you go. This one was taken from Newsbreak, the app that you can get from the App Store, the iPhone store, whatever. Um, this story, no matter where you saw the comments were overwhelmingly condemning him. Whilst at the same time, most of these comments that I've seen, I haven't been able to read all. I mean, there's literally thousands of comments on this one right here. But for the 20 or so that I saw, it was like most of these people were understandably throwing their rage at him and acting like this is such a thing where I mean, to be honest with you, in the sum totality of human history, where I have read so many books on different time periods in human history, where there's always been some kind of war and all kinds of different tragedies that have gone on. So when these people get all emotional about these modern stories, I'm like, this is not that serious. Especially when you see a lot of these black men. I'm like, people would wake up. This I saw this story of a, I think it was Viking time. This They had evidence of one man woke up, grabbed his axe, and killed like 10 people in his village before they put him down. And these things have always gone on. Human beings are defective, so none of this stuff shocks me, and I don't understand. I really don't understand the emotionalism for any of these stories. People die and they get murdered every single fucking day, every single minute. Why is this shocking? It's shocking because people always want to infantilize black women, and they also want to infantilize all women. See, because women are never in the West. I don't think they have the same mentality when it comes to the Middle East or Africa, stuff like that. It's like, no, I think that they understand female nature by now. America would, which I call the simple sphere, is just seriously, men are gone. Men treat all women as if they're all innocent angels. They can't do anything wrong, and a lot of them are indeed evil. They're evil. You are not supposed to. There shall be no male or female prostitutes of the children of Israel. It is written somewhere in the Old Testament. We are not supposed to sell our bodies for sex. We're not supposed to do this. And a lot of our so called women are doing this. They've been doing this. They've been doing it with the Arab man on the corner store. It's the truth. They've been doing it. We've been knowing that. They've been hooking with your local white man that's a police officer. That's been going on forever. He's got a white wife, but he bangs a whole bunch of these young black girls in the community for money, sexual favors, help them to get out of being arrested, all kind of shit. There's a lot of fucking going on in the black community. You would be surprised, those of you who are squares and you have never participated in this economy. It's a very vibrant sexual economy. It really is. It really is. You have some women, not all women, that do this. Hello, people. I'm not saying everyone that, but for the ones that do, you got a woman that's messing with this guy. He pays her cell phone bill. You got another one. You got this very same woman. This guy, she's banging him, and he helps her pay her rent. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this woman. She's got another guy, and he's the guy that helps her to go back and forth to work because she doesn't have a car. She lives alone, but she's getting a lot of dick. She's getting a lot of sex. She's selling that pussy to get all of her needs taken care of. It's been going on for a long time. Like this person said, that she doesn't have a look. What look would somebody have? White, black, Hispanic. If you are hot to average guys out here and you got a nice body, and you quickly come to the conclusion that selling that cat is going to cover a lot of bills, and I think I said you don't have any morals. you know you just feel, hey, there is no God for me to ask forgiveness for, so I'm going to sell that cat to pay for everything. And you would be surprised. You would be surprised. Your local office girl, your little 20 something year old Becky, but she likes the Negroes. And she may sell that cat in the clubs at night. That's her life. Her life is outside the job. She lives alone, but she's selling that cat, right? They got rid of Backpage. Don't you know how many men that I know? You could say the same thing about them. There's an Indian man that I happen to know personally, and he's always on those kind of sites. He shows me every time I'm around him. Look, I'm banging this one. I'm banging that one. They're all he picks is white girls. Come on now. And these white girls that he shows me on these sites, they dress up. They look like normal white girls that go to fucking Target. You would be surprised. Hey, I'm gonna be in. They act like they're rock stars on these websites because they are. I'm gonna be in Buffalo this weekend, guys. You know, $100. These women are selling cat, man. There's a lot of women from a lot of races are selling cat. Even the ones that are fucking ugly. Somebody still wants them to suck or fuck. Take your pick. I've seen all that. I've never did it before. You know what I'm saying? I never did Backpage, but I think Backpage has been shut down. I know plenty of men that show me their Backpage of the day. And I'm talking about men of all races been doing this, man. So who's the women that's selling it? Ordinary, everyday women that look like ordinary, everyday women. They're selling the cat on Backpage or Tender Fuck or whatever the hell they call it. A lot of women are selling the cat. This is another thing. They want to lie about the third world country. America's the fucking third world now. It is. It is. Let's just fucking admit it. Your average person walking down the street is broken in a joke. Like I said, I was shocked when I came back to an office job, and all these people cannot afford to buy a cell phone. All these people cannot afford the cell phone service. They have to come into the office and use the Wi-Fi. These people don't have a laptop or a desktop at their house. A lot of Americans of all races are fucking broke, and a lot of these women, they are selling the fucking cat. They're selling the cat, man. They're selling the cat, man. And cat has to be cheap because it's plentiful. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. It's always Operation Infantilize the black girl. It's always she's the least protected, the most disrespected. One thing can be correct at every time. One thing can be correct at every time. If she would have never got into this man's car, she would still be alive to this day. You can blame him. And another idiot said in the comment section before I close it out, they said, if this man really was her John, that wouldn't make any sense. Why would he kill her? Are you really this fucking dumb? Are you really this fucking dumb? Were you really, really, really born yesterday? It seems like there's a lot of people. Your ass must have been born yesterday. You ever heard of Jack the Ripper? You ever heard of him? A real life guy who killed a lot of prostitutes? Maybe this Hispanic guy is a fucking serial killer. And the fastest way to get somebody would be somebody that is into sex work. They're easy to uh, delete and remove, if you know what I'm saying. It's the oldest game in the book. You have access to sex and you have access to a victim. But in all these comment sections, everybody's going to throw hate on her and they will never put any sort of accountability towards her because it's always Operation Protect the Black Girl. She is never to be seen as grown, no matter how old they are. They could be 50 trust me, 50-year-old women have met these very same ends, selling the cat and getting deleted by a serial killer. Make it make sense that you get people that act like they were born yesterday and they don't know this.